Look, in case you didn't know, Black Panther is out in theaters everywhere. I mean, some people might not have known. That might be a thing. And I can happily put this movie in my top three of all time. Ryan Coogler did his thing. But we live in the age of the online trolls, so of course, some people were hating. The first gripe that I saw receiving traction online was that Black Panther wasn't the first black superhero movie. I mean, I guess you can make that argument. You can make the argument that movies like Blade, or Spawn, or Blank Man, or even Meteor Man preceded Black Panther and should be given their just due.
There are worse things out tonight than vampires.
Like what?
Like me.
You left me to die in that biochem plant. Remember?
Simmons!
You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor.
I just came by to give you a message.
Okay, Manelli, the jig is up. It's time for you to pay the piper. Get ready to rumble!
I'm fine with that analysis, actually. Most of these movies were good, and I remember watching them coming up. But the thing I don't remember is hearing anyone actually claim that Black Panther was the first. If your problem with that movie is that Robert Townsend, Wesley Snipes, Michael Jai White, and the Wayans brothers aren't getting enough residual praise for being trendsetters, well, I honestly just think you're hating. Next, you're going to tell me that Luke Cage and Iron Man's homeboy, Winston from the Ghostbusters, and the Black Power Rangers need their props too? Instead of talking bad about Black Panther because he wasn't the first, I mean, that's what alphas do. Blue Fire. How about you get mad at Hollywood for only giving us a handful of these movies to talk about? I could list white superheroes all day. But if by the time I counted 10 black ones, I have to include Hammer Man from the MC Hammer cartoons, it's a problem.
Hammer man, hammer man, hammer. Whenever there's a crime, some crooks are gonna do time. They all better beware, cause the hammer man will be there. Here's how it started a long time ago. The legend of the hammer and how it began to grow. He was given magical shoes from a hip-hop Motown dude.
So yeah, the other gripe that I gotta make sure I mention is that people saying that nobody showed up for Birth of a Nation, but we all came out for a superhero movie. Once again, that's a fair argument. But check it out. Don't we always make the argument that we tired of seeing black folks on the big screen as slaves or mammies or drug dealers or killers? Double down on that with the fact that Nate Parker was out there looking bad with them Me Too allegations before Me Too was even a thing. And I can see why people may not have been flocking to the theaters to check out that flick. But shout out, Nate Parker, you did your thing.
Let the high praise of God be on the mouths of the saints and a two-edged sword in their hands to execute vengeance on the demonic nations. Sing to him a new song.
You see, I did some research this week and I chopped it up with my favorite professor from school. And Dr. Jameson reminded me of some things we discussed in his AFM course. Maybe we should embrace things like black superheroes and view them in the same light that the Yoruba people viewed the Orishas. You should look it up a little bit further, but the Orishas are like deities or gods or spirits that rule over the forces of nature and the endeavors of humanity. Simply put, they're our versions of Zeus and Poseidon and Thor that you read about in traditional schooling. The twist is that the Yoruba people knew that the belief in these gods weren't as important as understanding the positive attributes and characteristics they possess, and then modeling those attributes and behaviors to live your best life. All that to say, I liked Black Panther. Better yet, I love the movie. I got to see people that look like me on the big screen playing roles that are usually only reserved for people of European descent. I got to see beautiful blackness on screen for 2 hours and walked out of the movie seeing black loves in people's eyes and a sense of community that honestly had me a little bit choked up. So I'll put it like this. If it takes a black superhero movie to bring out those feelings of pride and joy that came over me in the theater, well then so be it. And if you could be a black person who could witness this special moment in black history during Black History Month and nitpick and hate, well, that Willie Lynch speech might be a hoax, but Willie Lynch thinking is a real thing. And I don't have nothing nice to say about your disingenuous points you making. so I won't say nothing at
You know,
all.
they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo nice.